I mean, obviously, there's a whole bunch of roads out there. I don't know, value for money kind of stuff, but at £700, I would think I need another one. Remember, zero fishing qualifications. 1 2 1 2. I think we're recording. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Out for a Cast podcast, back in here to talk about fishing rods. I've been mainly fishing 3 rods for the last however long. I need another one that's gonna sort out some issues that I've been having when I was going out in certain conditions. Remember, zero fishing qualifications, but I've got a bit of experience with sea bass fishing because that's what we're talking about. So let's talk about it. New fishing rod. Before we get to what I'm thinking to get, I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm using already. So I'm using an 8-foot rod, 7 to 35 grams casting weight. And then I'm using a 9-foot rod, casting weight 15 to 40 grams. That one's probably the one that comes with me pretty much all the time, because I normally take 2 rods, and if the conditions are quite nice, I'll get the 8-foot and the 9-foot rod, and if the conditions are quite rough, I tend to get a 9-foot and a 10-foot rod that I've got, and that one is 20 to 70 grams casting weight, and I mainly use it to throw lures of like 40, 45, 50, 60, 60 plus grams when it's really, really rough. So why do I say I need a new rod? Well, it's because it's happened in several occasions to where I went out and where I was fishing, I couldn't get far enough forward to put the lures in the right area. Now, with the 9-foot rod, casting 30 to 40 grams lures, I could actually get into the right area. But not with the lures that I wanted to use. Those ones, I could fish them on the 8-foot rod, right? But I wasn't quite getting into the area that I wanted to fish. Just a little bit short. So what I'm thinking is, I need a rod that's probably 9.5 to 10 foot, and that's gonna cast really well lures within the 15 to 25 grams range. That's sort of what I'm looking for. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have experience with a bunch of different rods and could just give me some advice with regards to what they used, what they think about it, and so on. Because me personally, I don't tend to change rods all that much. I'll buy what I need and I'll fish it into the ground. So now that I'm thinking about getting another rod to complement pretty much what I've got, I could do with a little bit of help. And I have seen a few rods that I might consider I had a look on the Art of Fishing website. Tailwalk surf flat is just over 10 feet, and I think it's casting 7 to 35, 36, around that range. That might be one that I will consider. I don't know if anybody out there's used it. It looks like it's coming in 3 pieces, so that's another thing. I've never had a 3-piece rod, so I don't know what it's gonna feel like. And then graphite leader, again on the Art of Fishing website. Graphite leader, there's 1 or 2 that I could probably consider, and then there's a few by Apia. I mean, obviously there's a whole bunch of rods out there. I will not go and pay £700 for a rod, that's for sure. Just purely, not because it's not a good rod, don't get me wrong. If it's £700, it's, I don't know, value for money kind of stuff, but at £700, I would think it's gonna be a good rod. It's just not in my budget. So probably somewhere around, I don't know, £200 to £400 kind of budget. But yeah, what rods are you guys using within a 9.5 to 10 foot range? I would like to, and it could be other brands than what I've mentioned. I'm only just talking about a few rods that I looked at, but it could be other brands. I'm looking to narrow it down to about 2-3 rods, and then try to find somewhere where I can see them, because I would probably not buy a rod without at least having it in my hand and having a look at it, to be honest. Bit old school like that, so, but narrow it down to 2-3, go and have a look and then make my mind up. Like I said at the beginning, I need a little bit of help with this one, being that, you know, so many people use so many different rods, have had experience with them, throwing hard lures, soft lures, all that stuff. Now I do have to say, my fishing is mainly geared towards hard lures. Although in the last year I started using soft plastics quite a bit. Again, I should say. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm not yet sure which way I'm gonna go, but what I do know for sure is that I could do with a longer rod that is capable of throwing out lighter lures. And it's the beginning of the season, so if there was a time to get it, now is probably a really good time, because then I can make use of it, you know, immediately. So yeah, thank you very much. By the way, thank you very much for watching all those podcasts and little chats and whatnot. Thanks for commenting, liking and subscribing on my stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay happy out there.